Well, Daniela Perdomo, but more importantly, who cares about your name? It's GoTenna.com that people should know about. I mean, this is the first thing I think. Now you've created, a device that allowed me to use my cell phone. I don't have to worry about NASA getting into this or anybody hacking into all my messages or anything. It's great. Plus, I just found out before we went on there, I could use this at Burning Man, out in the middle of nowhere, and where I get no reception and a lot of sand all over, and this solves the problem. Man, so you really have a cell phone connection for text messaging without any big company involved. It's your own little network you do, right?
It's true, yeah. So we've developed this little device that pairs with your smartphone and allows you to text and share your location with anyone else who also has it without ever having to rely on any central connectivity. So you're not plugging in to cell towers, to Wi-Fi routers, or to satellites. You're creating your own signal, and you can send it completely privately for free to anyone else who has GoTenna.
So it's like, old technology like this was like a walkie-talkie or something like that, right? Is that the kind of stuff it was?
We are marrying radio technology, which walkie-talkies work off of, with the digital smartphone. And I think in the process, making both much better. So unlike a walkie-talkie, you don't have to be on the same channel as someone. You don't have to speak to everyone within range of you. You can direct your messages to specific people or specific groups. And you can also broadcast to others within range in case of an emergency. And the point is that you're really using the phone you already have on you, the way you already use it. And now you simply have the ability to communicate where it wasn't possible before.
Right. So I could see, in work environments, or I have a company with people running around all over. To get a hold of people that way without having to worry about connection, and then the person can't say, "Well, I didn't have a good cell connection to talk to you," or something like that. They can't give attitude.
Absolutely. So you can now communicate where you couldn't before. There is a range limitation. So you can't speak from, say, you're in DC and I'm in New York. Right. You can't speak over GoTenna, but you can speak to people who are up to 50 miles away from you in ideal conditions. And in most situations, anywhere from 1 mile to 6 miles away from you.
But it's great. You're on the beach with your kid has a cell phone, right? And you go on holiday on the beach and everything. So now you can really get a hold of that kid where he is. A couple yards down the beach, and you can't see him and all the people. That you can grab his butt when you need to, right?
And in fact, it doesn't even have to be a phone. So if you have really young children and they don't have phones yet, but they have an iPod, it will still work on that. So it'll work on any iOS or Android device.
I see. Well, the neatest thing too. Now you on your website, what you can do is you're about to go to production now, so people can order this now for like half price. You can get this thing, and you get two. You don't only get one. You can give it to your wife or your girlfriend, or if you have both, you'd have to buy another set, right?
Yeah, so we're selling them right now, two for $149.99, which is 50% off what it'll cost later. And there's no fees or charges after that. And you just buy it on GoTenna.com, and you'll have them in time for Christmas and Hanukkah.
Wonderful. So that's what a hell of a Christmas present. And then plus, that's the other thing. All these big companies, man, they're selling razor blades. They give away the device and they get you for $50 a month for the rest of your life. Which is stupid. So here it's a one-time fee, and I think we're going to that. Customers are really getting wise to these big companies getting $50 a month of you forever. So this is what you're doing. You're ahead of the curve doing this. So you have a communication device, that you don't have to pay a monthly fee for, plus there's a way you figured out to get it to people for free, right? If I recommend people.
Yeah, no, absolutely. If you refer people to buy GoTenna after you've bought yours, you get $10 back for each person who buys GoTenna, and so with 15 people buying it, you could get yours for free.
Right. so not only free monthly charge, I could get a free, the technology for free too. The whole bloody thing for free. Yeah.
Yeah, we really think this is about building a communication network for the people, by the people. So it's really powered by you and how you want to use it, not just who you talk to, and who can talk to you, but also literally where and when you use it and how often.
Yeah. So anybody who has one of these devices, and it looks like just not much bigger than like a fountain pen or something.
It's really small. It weighs 2 ounces. It's about 5 inches long. You can have it in your pocket, in your hand, attach it to your backpack, and then you can sort of almost forget it's there because it pairs wirelessly over Bluetooth to your phone, and then you continue to use your phone the way you normally do. So you just text and send a message, and then it does all the work for you.
Yeah, wonderful. And it's actually elegant design too, so it's not some clunky kind of piece of material that you go around. This looks like artwork, what you guys done with that.
That sounds good. So we spent a lot of time on industrial design, and we wanted it to both be really sleek and light and compact, but we also needed it to be really rugged. So given that we know that a lot of people might use it when they're hiking outside in the rain during a natural disaster, some sort of emergency, we've made it weatherproof, dust tight, and really meant to withstand the elements, and be as resilient as the people who are going to be using them.
And I read about this. I mean, you came across this idea when you're living in Brooklyn and your business is there, that Hurricane Sandy was your inspiration for all this, right?
Yeah, actually during Hurricane Sandy, depending on where you were, a fourth to half of all cell towers went down, and power was out in a lot of places as well, which meant there was no Wi-Fi. So I was sitting there thinking, we have these smartphones on us all the time, but we can't communicate unless central connectivity of some kind is available. So is there a way that we could enable completely smartphone to smartphone communication where people could essentially become their own towers? And I quickly realized that there was no way to do it with what's inside your phone. And so we had to develop our own device, external device, and that's what GoTenna is.
Well, that's right. Out of disaster comes creativity and progress, and you're doing it single-handedly there with your group, and you got this device, GoTenna.com, and you pre-order $150. You get 2, so you and a friend to talk, and anybody who has one of these things now you can communicate with on the network, right? And so it's not just
with anyone else has GoTenna, not just the person or people you buy your GoTennas with. And there's the opportunity to not just speak to people you know, but people you don't know, because you can broadcast to other people within range of you. In fact, during our trials, we've seen people use it for everything from flirting to trying to sell a couch in their neighborhood. And of course, you can use it in an emergency, because sometimes the people who are closest to you are the people most helpful to communicate with, even if you don't know them.
It's all about communication, and you've found a niche that obviously is going to expand and very important right now. And thank you for doing this and doing this work and creating a great looking design too. So that's GoTenna.com. Daniela, thank you so much, and best of luck. And people will get it before Christmas, because you're not real. Otherwise, you have to wait till then. You're going to have to pay double. So do it now, right?
Definitely. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care.